Hello, everyone. Jill and Emily here. Nice to see you. So, have you thought about, you want to get your website up and running, but you just aren't sure which path you want to take. Should you hire someone or should you just DIY it? You know what? You have the power to DIY if you really want to. And we're going to talk a little bit today about some benefits of DIYing and maybe a few challenges along the way too. But you can totally pull this off yourself if you want. Here are some of the benefits. What are they, Jill?
Yes. And I started my first tutoring website totally DIY. So I used a platform called Weebly. I don't know if that's necessarily the one to go to anymore, but I just found one. And one weekend I just decided, okay, I'm doing this. And the first reason why this was the right decision at the time was because as a new tutor, somebody just getting started, I didn't have the funds to pay somebody the big bucks to make me a fancy website. So one of the benefits of doing DIY is obviously going to be the cost. Your exchange of time is how you are paying for building your website as opposed to paying a professional to do it. And so you can get a relatively inexpensive website host and server, and it can cost you potentially like less than $40 a year. It does not have to cost a lot. If anything, you could even maybe get something for free. But what you will have to do is you will be putting in the labor and the time. But the cost, you can just step right in and take care of it now, no matter what your bank account is showing.
Right. And so that could be feel really motivating. Okay. You know what? All right. The cost is not a huge issue. You can jump right in. Some of the other things, maybe you're just thinking, I just need something basic. I don't need all the bells and whistles. I just need something to just get things off the ground because I want to get my tutoring business out, let people know about it, but I have to have this, a bit of a landing page type situation. So you can totally set up a website using one of these simple templates on one of the websites like Weebly or Wix or even GoDaddy, and they'll have just the basic templates that you can choose from and a layout that you can see which one that you like, and just has basic features like an about you section, a way to contact you, a section that maybe describes your background or about your different offers that you have, or maybe your policies. So super simple, basic features, things maybe you're just thinking that, you know what, I'm not going to have an online store on there. I'm not going to be hosting webinars, just the basic features. Totally fine.
Yes. In the beginning, that is really all you need. And everything is pretty much drag and drop. Right. And so, for most people, it's totally doable just to set up a simple website on your own. And the third reason why you might decide to go DIY is because it puts you in the driver's seat and you get to get started right now. You don't have to wait to get on a web developer's schedule, which they tend to be pretty busy, you guys. So sometimes you might have to wait a few weeks up to a few months. You get to start something as simple as you want, and then you get to add to it as you feel ready. You don't need to have everything ready to go and planned out for a professional to be working with. So that's really lovely that you can just start this weekend. You can decide you're going to go ahead and build a simple website and you can get it up and running in like half a day. And so that is really lovely in the beginning when you just need to get some things started and off the ground. But there's some challenges that come along with doing it yourself. So Emily, what's one of those challenges?
So one of the little bumps in the road can potentially be tech, right? And if you tend to get frustrated quickly or easily by tech situations where things don't quite go as you thought, or the directions seem kind of wonky, or something is just not connecting the way it should, then that can certainly feel like a bit overwhelming, shall we say. So that is certainly one of the challenges. What's another one, Joe?
For sure. And when it comes to those tech challenges, also look at, do you know anybody around you that you could ask for help? So that's a big deal. So if you know that you're going to get frustrated, but you maybe have a business best friend who has done it before, and you know you could call them if you get really stuck, that could be helpful. But the other kind of challenge of doing it all yourself is the fact that you will likely be choosing a platform that has more limitations. So because it's not going to be customized to be exactly what you need it to be, you're choosing templates and doing things that are a little bit easier if you don't have the experience, then just realize that it might be a little bit more challenging to have additional features on your website in the beginning without somebody else showing you how to do it. And that may include things like having things for sale, allowing families to sign up for freebies on your website, join your email list, sign up on an online calendar schedule for consultation with you, doing a newsletter or a blog, or adding videos. That could be easy depending on the platform you do, but it also might not be. So you'll just have those limitations that if you are doing it yourself and you don't have the experience to, say, build a website, just know that you're kind of going to have those constraints of whatever the template is that you choose. But that's okay, because you're likely wanting to keep it simple anyways.
Yes. So if you are ready to just dive right in and DIY it, because that is part of who you are and your personality, and you love figuring things out on your own, then by all means, dive in, give it a try. We are totally rooting you on.
Yes, we think you can get it started right away. Just get something out there, get going. Don't waste too much time making everything perfect. And you are going to make a lovely starters tutoring website so that people can find you and reach out to you to start working with their child.